What's happening? Welcome back to the Michi from the Midwest podcast. I'm your host, Michi. First off, it's hot as shit. Air ain't running how it's supposed to. Air ain't working. Fan ain't working. I'm going through it right now. I just wanted to give y'all a quick episode just over a couple of things going on this week. Big fight week. UFC. WWE Money in the Bank was last week. A great card. It turned out pretty good. A few things going on in the I guess the music world, the news. I just wanted to give my opinion on as far as what the Keke Palmer situation at the Usher concert, but I'll get into that in a second. I want to always start the show off with the quote of the day, and lately I've been reading the Daily Stoics. I actually started back in January. It's 365 days, the Daily Stoics. It's just a little bit of motivation to get you going in the morning. This one I read today I just wanted to share a little bit from it, and it was pretty much, it's called Rise and Shine. And the part that stood out to me, it says, from the time from the time we first went off to school until we retire, we faced with the same struggle. It would be nicer to shut our eyes and hit the snooze button a few more times, but we can't because we have a job to do. Not only do we have a calling that we're dedicated ourselves to, but we have a larger cause that the Stoics speak about, the greater good. We cannot be of services to ourselves, to other people, or to the world unless we get up and get working. The earlier the better. So come on, get in the shower, have your coffee, and get going. To me, I just wanted to I enjoyed what it said with the Daily Stoic was because this is something I face in the morning. I have a goal. I have a age that I want to be done working. I don't want to work for nobody else. If anything, I want to work for myself. At the age of 46, so in 10 years, I don't plan on working. And I gotta, like I said before, I gotta make that happen as far as stocks, financially, and put myself in a better situation so I won't have to go back to work when I'm done working. And that was just saying, man, like even in the morning, like you got bills to pay, you got certain things you want to do, you got concerts you want to go to, you got family events you want to attend and do or set up, and you know that you got to do that. So when you get up in the morning, that should be your motivation off top. Like, don't dread your day. Don't wake up. If you wake up and like, man, yeah, it's about to be a long ass day. A lot of people always say that when they get to work, man, it's about to be a long ass day. I fall victim to that. And every time I say that, it's a long ass day and shit don't go my way that day. So instead of waking up in a negative mood, just try changing it up. Get up in a positive mood. Know you're going to knock the day out. It's going to be a great day. And keep it pushing, man. So that's all I have for the quote of the day. We're going to get right into the NBA, some NBA talk. So last time I spoke to y'all, it's the free agency started last Friday, and they went crazy with these contracts. Now you have to understand, in 2023, these contracts are way different to back in the days in the 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. I was talking to my brother earlier, and we were saying like Jordan only made $100 million for his entire time with the Bulls. I think $100 million. He's a billionaire, meaning all that money he made was from endorsements and shit. Like that's not from a basketball contract. But now these dudes, like for example, Harrison Barnes, he just got 3 years, $54 million. So you mean to tell me Harrison Barnes get $54 million? And Jordan had 46 million more than him in his entire basketball career. Like it's just more teams got a lot more money now, so they're gonna spend it to make sure they can keep a person there. If you throw a motherfucker 54 million for 3 years, they ain't going nowhere, especially if they had a smaller contract than before. But I just wanted to go over a couple of free agency that stood out to me. Let me see. Draymond signed back with the Warriors, 4 years, 100 million. Kuzma signed back to the Wizards, 4 years, 102 million. Who else we got? A couple other ones. Bruce Brown just won a championship with Denver. He got 45 million to go play with the Pacers for 2 years. Kyrie re-upped with the Mavericks, 5-year deal, 126 million. Middleton, Chris Middleton, 3 years, 102 million. He's back with Milwaukee. And Tyrese Halliburton with the Pacers, he got an extension. This is his second year in the league. My man's got 260 million. 260 million, 5-year deal? No, that was an extension, so he's gonna be there for at least 3-4 more years. 260 million. The motherfuckers ain't make the playoffs. I don't even think they was close to the play in. He got injured. I think he was an all-star. I'll give him that. But man, like the money just come crazy now. So I mean, so, like I said, salute to them for getting paid. But these contracts is crazy. And last one I seen on here was Desmond Bain, 207 million. I think that was an extension as well. So him and Ja, they're gonna be a little duo for quite some time now. But yeah, that's all I have for the free agency. As far as the Lakers, we went and got pretty much a bench. And I actually like these pickups. Just to start off top, they gave D'Angelo Russell 2 years, I think like 32 million to re-sign. He's gonna be our starting PG. I was not fucking with that pick. I just feel like the way he disappeared in the playoffs and his past, like he's never been that guy. He can get hot, but he can also get cold. But I feel like he gets cold more than he's hot. So I wasn't too happy with that one. But I was glad we re-signed Reeves. We re-signed Rui Hachimura. Of course, we got LeBron and AD. So that's our starting 5 right there. As far as the bench, we signed Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat. He just got out the finals with Miami. Cam Reddish. He's cool, but he hasn't panned out to like how he's balling up in college. He ain't got to that level yet. But I think like with people like LeBron around him and Reeves and stuff like that, maybe this could be his year. He can just give us 12, 15 points. I'm cool with that. Prince, I think he came from Timberwolves. That's a defender we got. We needed that. Vanderbilt is still there, and Jackson Hayes came from the Pelicans. I want to say, yeah, he was a backup for Jonas, the center on the Pelicans. So he is the backup for them. So I think overall, the Lakers picked up some solid pieces. Like we definitely need a complete different bench. I like the bench we got right now. And, we lost, I think we lost Lonnie Walker. We lost Dennis Schroeder. He went to the Raptors, I want to say. But overall, I think that the Lakers did a good job in free agency. So I'm cool with the moves we made. I still believe we need another star to go with AD and LeBron. LeBron being 39 this year, it doesn't seem that AD wants to take over LA. So maybe we trade for a point guard at some point in the season, maybe halfway through if it's not working with D'Angelo. I don't know if you can do that because that's 32 million and ain't nobody gonna want if he's playing like ass. But overall, I'm okay with those players that we got in the free agency. So salute to Pelinka and Jenny Buss on making that happen. Moving on, as I wrap up basketball talk, let's get into the Money in the Bank results from this previous weekend. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I said, me being a wrestling fan, I was watching Money in the Bank. A lot of shit caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting a lot of shit. But being a wrestling fan, I still see areas where they could have did better. But overall, I was satisfied with the card. I'm gonna start with the first match to the main event. First match was Damian Priest. He won the Money in the Bank. I want to say Logan Paul and Ricochet almost broke their damn neck trying to do a flip off the middle of the ropes into the tables outside. What else happened? Overall, it was a solid match. I thought I think I had LA Knight winning this. For a moment, it looked like he was gonna win, but Damian Priest ended up doing his finisher or some shit from the top of the ladder and stole the briefcase. So salute to Damian Priest. That put him in a bad position with him winning Money in the Bank, and then Finn Balor ended up had to fight Seth Rollins for the belt. So that put them in a little situation. But moving on, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they beat they beat Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler for the belts. On this match right here, it was decent because um, Shayna out of nowhere just start fucking choking out Ronda Rousey and beating on her. So she turned on Ronda Rousey. I guess they gonna have a little rivalry now. But it was an okay match. But I was surprised to see Shayna Baszler turn on Ronda Rousey. I just said on the recent podcast, like the mute coming out the Ronda Rousey song is like a babyface song. I don't think Shayna was feeling that shit. Just as far as the storyline go, like, no, I'm not coming out here to this weak shit, man. Like, throw on some shit that's make people fear us. Instead, like, you come out here, the crowd still cheering for you and shit. So I think she wasn't feeling that, and they pulled the plug on that tag. Gunther versus Matt Riddle. This match was good. Matt Riddle had some spots you thought he would win the match. But Gunther, he a dog, man. I really see him getting that top title. I think he could get that championship. That what's the heavyweight title for on Raw. I really believe he can get that sometime, maybe next year, or it's gonna be soon. But I can definitely see him as a champ. I won't have no issue with it, as long as he's still hot at the moment. At the end of the match, Drew McIntyre showed up, and it looks like he's going to challenge Gunther. Since Gunther won the Intercontinental belt, nobody has pinned him, nobody has beat him, so he's been on the road. If anybody can take the belt off of him, it's Drew McIntyre. And I think only with that, if you take that belt off of him, that's going to push Gunther to the top of the line to get that title shot. So I can definitely see that happening. Moving on. Cody Rhodes and Dominic Cruz. I actually thought that Brock Lesnar was going to come out and ruin this match. Instead, Cody did his thing. Mysterio tried to hang in there, but all the little cheating tactics and shit he tried, Cody was already one step ahead of him. So Cody won. The only thing with that match, I felt like the way that the show was going, it was a surprise in every match. I felt like Brock should have came out and attacked Cody, or they could have got the fight and Cody got the leverage on him by running into a pole or hitting him with a chair or some shit. But they didn't that didn't work out. He ended up getting attacked by Brock on Monday Night Raw, so it all worked out. Co-main event was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight title. That was actually a solid match. I enjoyed that one. I really thought Finn was going to win it. Like, it seemed like for a minute he was. Damian Priest, as I said before earlier in the show, he wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. So he came down there, and as soon as Finn was about to win the match, or supposedly going to win the match, Damian looked like he was like waiting, like, dog, I'm gonna cash in. I need to this for me. Like, this why I wanted. I'm about to go in and cash in. Fuck that, you got a whole title shot going on right now. I'm cool. So that didn't work out. It ended up costing Finn Balor the match. He ended up getting pushed off the ropes or some shit, and Seth hit his finisher on him. Overall, solid match. The main event, the Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. This was a match that I didn't expect. I didn't expect it was gonna go down like this. Both teams had several times to win, like several times, but overall there could only be one, and it was the Usos. They was able to pull off the win, but not also pull off a win, but for Jay to pin Roman Reigns. Roman hasn't been pinned and lost a match for like 3 years, so that was a big accomplishment. It looks like they're gonna get Jay to end up fighting Roman at some point to take that title off of Roman if he planned on taking a break anytime soon. Overall, Money in the Bank was pretty cool. I said I really enjoyed these last few pay-per-views that have been out, as far as like with WWE and AEW. Like, they've been having some solid matches. So that's all I have for WWE Money in the Bank. That were the results. Moving on, I want to stay on sports topic and speak on the UFC. Got a crazy card this weekend. Now with this card, I gotta go over the prelims too, just because of they got matches on the prelims that could have actually been on the main card. So just to start from the bottom, we got, let me zoom in on this shit. We got, damn. Bear with me. Okay, we got 12-3 Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield 13-3. That's a light heavyweight match. I am going to go with. I'm gonna go with Menifield. I like both fighters, but I think Menifield to pull this one out. The other match on here, Yasmin versus Denise Gomez. That's 10-0 versus 7-2. I'm gonna go with the undefeated woman. I ain't seen her fight, but she'll probably win that. Jack Della Mandela, 14-2 versus Jose Hero, who is 7-0. I'm gonna go with Jack. He been on the road. I think he's probably like on a 3-fight win streak. Been getting some solid wins over solid competition, so I'm gonna go with him for that. And then the main event in the prelims, we got Nico Price 15-6 versus Robbie Lawyer 29-16. To me, if Robbie win this match, he probably got like 1 or 2 more fights on him. If Nico win this, Robbie got to retire. He done been on the short end of some ass whoopings as of late. Close to the end of his career. The last good match he had was I guess with Nate Diaz, or was that Nick? No, Nick Diaz. I think that's like probably the last time he won, or maybe he got a win somewhere in there, but he done lost at least 4 out the last 6 matches or something like that. So he's a fan favorite. He's a Hall of Famer. So I think Dana gonna give him his walking papers after that. I could see Robbie going over to someone like Bare Knuckles or something, trying to show that he still got it possibly, since they don't have to. It's just straight stand up. If he still got love for it at that. So I'm gonna go with Robbie just because I'm a big fan of his. I don't know if he could win this match. Nico ain't no joke, and Nico's a little bit younger than him, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna go with Robbie to win that one. Now get into the main card. What we got? The main card is even crazier. We got. All right, so Bo Nickel was supposed to fight Trishan Gore, but I think Gore pulled out. He might have dealt with an injury or something like that. So a new dude stepped in, Val Woodbourne, 7-0 versus Bo Nickel. He's one of them up-and-coming fighters. His background is wrestling, so, I mean, he looked pretty good in his debut. Wrestle him down, beat up on him, choke him out or some shit. So I'm going to go with the young, hot dude at the moment. I ain't mean to say it like that. But Bo Nickel, I think he can pull that off. And I think they trying to push him to the top to get one of them title shots in that division. Damn, he in the middleweight, so middleweight ain't no joke. But yeah, anyways, the next fight we got on card is Dan Hooker, 22-12 versus Jalen Turner, 13-6. Now, Jalen, I like both fighters. I just don't. I really don't. I like Jalen more than Hooker, because as far as when it comes to MMA, the cocky dudes, some dudes I can tolerate. Some of them I'm like, all right, man, this dude too cocky. I can't fuck with him like that. And then Hooker just happens to be one of them. He didn't got too cocky, and then the fights he supposed to win, he get blasted through. So, and then Jalen, like for him, he's a big ass lightweight. Like he's like 6'3", like he's bigger than any lightweight up in the division. But he can't put his wins together. He 13-6. He started off, I think he was like 12-1 maybe, and then like he just started getting his ass whooped. It like he'll win one, then he'll lose one, win, lose. Like that's been the back and forth. But he lost his last fight, so I'm gonna go with him to win this fight. I'm gonna go with Jalen Turner. Moving on, Dirkus Duplessis, 19-2 versus Robert Whitaker, 25-6. Whitaker is still a top contender. I think he's actually number 1, maybe 2 in the middleweight division. Nah, he gotta be like number 2 or 3 because I think Cannonier just jumped ahead of him. I think he's top 5 right now for sure. But this is a very winnable fight. The Dirkus dude, he likes to grapple. He looked like he tired all the time. He said it's a little tactic he used, like having his mouth open, breathing heavy. but it like he's from South Africa. It's some weird technique that he be doing, but I think he's gonna try to wrestle Whitaker the whole fight, and Whitaker's gonna be able to stop the takedown and bust him up some. So I can see Whitaker winning this by knockout. Definitely gonna win this by knockout. So I'm gonna go with Robert Whitaker to win that one. The co-main event, we have Alexandra Pentejo, 25-5 versus Brandon Moreno, 21-6-2, the champ. This fight right here is gonna say a lot about Moreno. If you don't know the past of these two, like they've been saying, Pentejo is 2-0 versus Moreno, versus the champ. So just a little background story. He lost both of them, I think, by decision. And when he won this belt, when Moreno won this last fight and won the title back, Pentejo, I know I'm saying it wrong, he seen him in the back and was like, hey, man, congratulations. Moreno trying to talk to him like, hey, man, how's the family? How the family going? My man ain't trying to hear none of that. Hey, win this title shot. You know it's me. You know it's me. Like, you just won it. I done beat you twice. It only makes sense. Ain't nobody fucking with me in this division, including you. Let's make the fight happen. Moreno like, yo, like, dog, I just won the belt. Let's keep it cool for a minute, man. Let me go back home. Can I go kiss my wife? My man's wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. He said, let's get to this bag. Let's get to that belt. Put that belt on the line. So they set that fight up. That comes off as cocky to me. I understand you beat him 2 times already, but fuck that. Dog just asked you how your family doing, and you just gonna say, ignore what I just said and go right to win my title shot? Bet. I got something for your ass. I'm going with Moreno. I think he gonna I think he could win this by submission. I'm hoping he win by submission. So I'm gonna say Moreno by submission. Main event. Yari Rodriguez, 16-3 versus Alexander Volkanovski, 25-2. The current champ in the featherweight division. He just went up, I think, to like 155 and challenged the champ there. He lost. It was a close fight, but he challenged himself. Now he's going back to defend his title again. Rodriguez is the interim champ right now. The match had to happen. It's the #1 versus the champ. I don't think honestly, I don't believe nobody in featherweight division is fucking with Volkanovski. I think he's beat all the quality people. Rodriguez is dangerous, like he said in his interview. He is very dangerous. He's a bigger featherweight. He's long, pause, like he's kicking motherfuckers from the other side of the cage. He's knocking them out, choking them out. He's doing all type of shit. And Volkanovski is a smaller guy, but he put his punches together well. He can wrestle good. He's a good defender. He has good defense out there. So I'm going to go with the champ to keep his belt just because I want to see his run keep going. At one point, this dude was he was on a 21-fight win streak until he started going above his weight class, challenging people. Nothing against that. Like I said, it's a big accomplishment to say that you went up to fight somebody. So that's all we got for UFC. Again, my picks are Bo Nickel, Jalen Turner, Whitaker, Moreno, Volkanovski, Robbie Lawyer, Jack Bella Delina, Gomez, and Alfonso Menifield. Those are my pick for UFC 290. Make sure y'all tune in. That's on Saturday. If you ain't got shit to watch, it's definitely gonna be worth the watch. Catch the prelims because 4 of those fights, like I said, that'll be on any other main card. So all 4 of those fights can end up on that main card. So make sure y'all check that out. Moving on, I wanted to get into the topic about this Keke Palmer situation. If y'all haven't been watching, last night I want to say they posted a video of Keke Palmer at a Usher concert. He's singing, dancing stuff. Keke get up. She got a dress on, a nice dress, a see-through dress. Got her cheeks out and shit like that. And she get the hugging on Usher. Like, I mean, leave it this is a top R&B singer of all time. You can't say Usher. Usher's probably like a top 5 R&B singer of all time. Um, Performer, entertainer, whatever. He's top 5. It's no denying it. That doesn't make it right for what happened. Now, he was just looking at her like he never grabbed this woman. He didn't violate this lady, nothing like that. But the backlash is coming from Keke Palmer's boyfriend, who she just had a baby with. He took it to social media to say like, "You a mom, like you got this on. Why are you out there like this?" In my opinion, I just want to start from the top. If you have a problem with what your lady got on, or what she's wearing to a concert or to the club or whatever, you have to address that shit at the door. Mind you, if y'all married, I know it's different limits when you married, but if you're in a relationship, if you got a girl or this your woman or whatever, it's gotta be at some point, like if I'm guessing if y'all stay together, if you felt like she's showing too much, she's revealing too much, or she shouldn't wear that, you need to let her know at the door. And at that point, she's either gonna say, "This is my body. We not married or nothing like that. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm gonna wear." So that was my issue. I felt like as a man, you should be able to talk to your woman at home. You could have talked to her before she even left. If you can't do that, then you don't need to be with her. I understand y'all got a kid together. I seen a lot of people saying like, "Dog, your girl make more than you. She could wear what the fuck she wanna wear." Now, like I said, some relationships set up different. For me, as far as my relationship, I know my lady wouldn't go out with no see-through shit on. Even if she did, at the door, before she even left the house, we'd have had a conversation if I was feeling the type of way. And then for me to see a video of her dancing up on Usher, I would feel a type of way, but at the same time, if I allowed it as a man, if I don't tell her, I'm not too, that ain't something that I want you wearing out. You either, if she gonna go put something on, someone respect. But if she don't, in the day you ain't got no ring on that woman's finger, you just put a baby in her. So she don't really owe you shit. You owe her everything because she just put her body on the line to have your fucking baby. You sitting at the crib on social media crying that she's over on Usher and shit, and you sitting at the crib making bottles and shit. That's on you, nigga. So I just want to say I felt like this was something that they could have talked about at home. Like he shouldn't have went to social media about it. He could have clearly called her and like, "Hey, can you come back home and not have that dress on?" And should have been better. I think should have been cool with that. You about to be out, man? All right, I'm gonna holler at you. But yeah, that's all I want to say on that situation. That it was corny for him to take it to social media when y'all. I'm pretty sure they stay in the same house. Just talk to her, man. So that's all I had to say about that situation. Moving on, let's get into a little bit of music that I listened to over the week. I checked out that new Currency tape. I listened to it. I think today was my second time listening to it. They only got 9 tracks on there. As far as the features, he got Benny the Butcher on here. He got Jim Jones on there, Larry June, Rome Streets, Vico. This must be some of his homies, and GT. It's a couple of features on there that was solid. As far as the playlist, my favorite songs out there was probably number 2 is Black Point Boat Launch. The one with Benny the Butcher, Stingray, Marcus Camby with Jim Jones, the Neon Skyline with JT, and probably this Rome Street song is 86 Testarossa. Those are 5 of my songs. My bad. The tape is called Vice by Currency. Those are just 5 of my favorite tracks off there. It's something that you could definitely vibe to, whatever. If I ain't heard no new music, definitely tap into my boy Currency. Drake put me on Currency, but that nigga really dropped a couple mixtape every year. And he's been like that ever since he came out back with Cash Money with Wayne and them. That nigga was dropping mixtape faithfully every year. I think at some point he said he was doing like 5-7 mixtape like every 2 months. So like six tapes a year. That he had a pretty dope run, man. He's very underrated. I know he rap about cars and weed and shit, but like all that shit be sounding fly. So yeah, y'all tap in with Currency on that. Definitely a good tape. Vice. Um, Next thing I want to talk to as I'm wrapping up the show, I just want to give y'all a quick show. Um, my stop the bullshit segment was this topic. I just want to get y'all opinions on it. I'm gonna try to do a couple of clips, so see if I get some feedback on this. But I feel like what this stop putting a time limit on marriage. And when I say that, it's I just want to speak on previous relationships and stuff from what I can speak on. Um, I've been in relationships where the woman got to a point like, yo, we've been together for a couple of years. If we not getting married now, then like what we doing? And to me, I feel like marriage shouldn't have a time limit. Not to go back in the days, but back in the days, your mama and grandma, they wasn't never fucking married. They was there with each other for 50 goddamn years and never put a ring on each other's finger. They just stayed together for the kids. Not saying that's what we gotta do now, but when it comes to marriage, I feel like a man he has to lead the way in marriage, right? Because he's gonna be number one in the house, so he has to be the foundation of a marriage. I know a marriage is 50-50 to bring it to 100%, but the man has to be able to lead in that marriage. Now, I'm not trying to make this sexist or anything like that, but as far as me, I would feel like as a man, you financially, I know another topic, this for another episode is who pays all the bills? When you get married, does the man pay all the bills? Do y'all do 50-50? Does the woman do does the man do the mortgage? Does the woman do the other appliances like lights and power, the power bill, cable, internet, stuff like that? To me, I feel like if you're going to be married, if you're going to be the head of the table as a man, you got to be financially stable. She has to know that if she loses her job at any point, if you lose your job at any point, y'all gonna be straight. You're gonna be able to jump back out there and make shit work. She's gonna be able to rest. If y'all plan on having more kids, she's gonna be able to stay at home and not work all the way up to that until it's time for her to have that baby. But as a man, you gotta be financially stable. And this was the topic I was speaking to some ladies at work about that I work with, and they were telling me like, you been with your girl 5 years, what's taking so long? I'm like, well, financially, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I ain't got no car note or nothing. I got a mortgage. I got bills to pay. But as far as one household, I need to be able to take care of everything. Now, of course, I got a woman that I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind paying like small bills, but she wouldn't have to. Like, if I got it, everything should be good. I can take care of all this, but I feel like I just want to know, like, what do y'all think? Is there a time limit, like, for the fellas out there? When y'all got married, or if y'all plan on getting married, are y'all at a certain, does it have to be a certain amount of years y'all gotta, is it a certain amount of years that you gotta be together before you get married? Is it a timeline? Like I said, to me, I don't believe time it's not about time. Like, so I've been with my girl 5 years, going on 6 this year. If I could marry her this year, I would, but I have bigger plans that's gonna make the wedding bigger, the whole experience better. And I feel like the only way I can do that is by me being honest to myself, saying, this is what I got to do to make sure that we go into this marriage successfully. Like, I also believe that I want to go to marriage counsel before I do get married, just so we know what we're getting ourselves into, that this is not no boy and girl relationship. Because if you look at marriage, not to speak on everybody's marriage, but majority of these marriages that you see out now, you'll be surprised. You have no clue that some of these people married. And I'm not sneak dissing nobody, nothing like that. I'm just calling for like what it is. I see people all the time. They say like, when you got a ring on your finger, it makes you more attractive. It makes a man see a woman. If she see a man see a woman with a ring on, that one time she not looking happy in the office, he at her. A woman, it's the same way. If a woman see a man with a ring on, he looking good, he take care of the kids, he go home after work and shit like that, that's attractive to some women. And some men might fall for the bait. But I feel like if I'm going to get married, it's none of that. I gotta be 100% into this, just as she is. I don't believe that a woman should put a time limit on a man, because that was another thing a lady was saying, was that she told him, like, look, if we not getting married soon, we done. And like I said, I don't feel that's right. I feel a little like, if y'all gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all working towards something, if y'all believe it's the one, you'll make it happen. But everything, I know everything's not gonna be perfect at first, but you should want to go into a marriage on the positive side, minus going in with debt that you gotta pay. Then you get up in there, y'all get married, you didn't went and bought this big ass ring that you paying for still. You gotta rent the ring out of shit. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I want to be able to cash out on the wedding, the ring, all that type of shit. I don't want to have to be paying nobody during the time. Cause what happens if it don't work out? Then what? You can't get your money back, and she damn sure ain't give you that ring back. You gonna have to take her ass to court to get that ring back. So that's all I want to say. That's just a little topic I had out there. Is there a time limit on marriage? Make sure y'all hit me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I just want to get a little bit of advice on it, because like I said, I do plan on getting married. I just want a little bit of marriage advice. But I just found it crazy that some people believe that, like, it has to be a time. Like, I've had people in my past, it get to like 2 years, they're like, dude, what we doing? Like, we getting married? And it's like, damn, like, what, like, we ain't got a crib together, we never stayed with each other. That's another thing. A lot of people ain't even stayed together before. Like, y'all could be together 5 years, long this relationship. You just gonna get married to somebody you ain't even been around. Like, I believe, like, with that, y'all gotta at least stay together for a year to see if you can even put up with this person. Not saying nothing against them, but like, maybe the distance, y'all be cool, but then when y'all around each other, it's like, damn, I'm tired of this motherfucker. I don't know if I could do this. Cause this is for everything. When you get married, you're saying, I'm gonna be with you forever. To death do us part. That's what they say. So, like I said, just give me a little feedback on that. Let me know what y'all opinions on that situation. But that's mine. Wrapping up the show, I ain't really have a top 5 or nothing. I wanted to give y'all a stock update. Just give y'all a little bit of knowledge I'm gaining from reading into stocks and stuff like that. And I wanted to provide y'all with the top 10 stocks market cap. Now, when I say the market cap shows pretty much is the value of total stocks, the total value of the company. So, for example, the highest right now is Apple, $3.4 trillion is their market value, meaning that they're the top company, they're the top dog. This is where all the stocks are going. I was listening to Wall Street Trapper and confirming a couple things. With companies like this, when they shoot up that high, at some point, it's going to continue to go higher, but they do stock breaks. I think something like they call it a stock break or something, where it hit a certain point, like the price hit like 250 or something, and then they're like, you know what, let's drop it back down to 125. So they cut the stock in half. Then that's when it dipped that low. That's when you can throw a lot of bread that way and let it build back up 250. Now, once you do that, all that extra money, that percentage right there, that's extra money for you. Like, if you put 500 up in there, that motherfucker go all the way up to 1,000. You could pocket that 500. That's what you made off the year. So I just wanted to give y'all the top 10. So I'll start with the bottom. I'm losing my voice and shit. Some of these, forgive me, I don't know what the acronym stands for. I can see some of it. TSMC, they're 525 billion. The price on that stock is 101, so $100. Meta Platforms, Facebook, 737 billion. They stock price is 287. Berkshire Hathaway, 741 billion. 342 is a stock price. Tesla, 83 billion. They stock price is 262. Nvidia is 1 trillion. They stock price is 424. Amazon, 1.3 trillion. 130 is their stock price. Google is 1.5 trillion. 120 for their stock. Saudi Aramco, 2.7 trillion. They stock price $8.60. I need to find that one. That's $8. I'll be trying to find them small ones that's gonna keep growing. But that's a top 5 in the market cap. So that's one that you would definitely want to that you would definitely invest in. All these right here you would want to invest in if you once you get to looking into stocks. Number 2 is Microsoft, 2.5 trillion. They price is 340, and of course, like I said, first is Apple, 3.4 trillion, and they price is 193. Excuse me, my bad. My mouth dry as hell. But yeah, 193 for Apple. I just want to share the information with y'all. I know I just started talking this stock talk, but it's something I'm starting to live by. Again, every Friday I put $100 into my stocks. That's $400 a month. I just started this last month, so I put $400 in stocks. Those top companies right there, right now, Apple is number 1. So my goal is to buy an Apple stock every 2 weeks. With the rest of the bread I got on there, I'm gonna start feeding into these other ones and start building my portfolio up. I want to have at least, I said 5 right now, and I want to have at least 10 stocks that I got 100 shares in a piece. Apple being number 1, I need to have at least 100 shares with them. That's my long-term one. I'm about to catch Google and Amazon where they cheap right now, 121 and 130. Those are a couple more I want to get into. But like I said, y'all, I'm not trying to push it on you. This is just my advice, something I'm learning. Managing money has always been, I won't say it's been tough to me, but it's when you start having so many bills coming in, you get so content with money just coming out and you working with what's left. I recently wrote down all the shit, my income and my outcome. As far as the outcome, all the little small bills like these apps, Showtime, Paramount Plus, all that shit, I cancel on all that shit. Them little $15 get to adding up. Like I said, those little $15 is money you can put in your stocks. And let that money keep on building up over the years. Come back to it. You done double, triple your money. If you want to take some money out, you can. If you want to let it keep building, you can. But at the end of the day, the stock might go down, but at some point it got to go up. It's not necessarily for that. It's a gamble. But like I said, at the end of the day, when you leave this earth, when you get in that casket, you can't take not $1 with you. And if you do get some money put in your casket, you're not gonna be able to ever spend it again. So why not leave this money to your kids, to your kids' kids, to those next generations? Because like I said before, most black communities came up from a single household, or like with me, I grew up, I was raised by my mama and grandma. My dad wasn't present in the house. He was in the military at the time. He stayed in a whole nother state. Well, not in a different state. He moved to a different state as I became a teenager. But I didn't have that. Most black people don't have the dad and the mom in the house. Most time, pops then got locked up, or he in the streets, or it ain't work out with your mom and they ain't work out. And now, mama always gonna have the kids for the most part. I can't salute to the single dads out there because it's a lot of them out there. But we gotta be able to, at some point, we gotta take that next step. We gotta close that chapter of not leaving our people with something to grow from. Because I wouldn't want my daughter coming up in this world the same way I did. When I was coming up, not having no lights, not having water at times and shit like that, not having food in the crib, not having good clothes and all that type of shit. It was a struggle. But my mom and grandma did everything for me and made it happen. But I know that when I do leave, when I don't have them, when I no longer have them in my life, I know they might leave me something, but what I can leave, what I'm planning on leaving now, it has to be a start with me. I believe I'm the head of the table with my family, so I gotta move as that way. I gotta take care of business, man, and I hope y'all doing the same thing. If you the man in the house, get on top of your shit. It's been a journey for me. I'm practicing, but I'm practicing what I preach, and that's all we can do, man. But as far as like finance, like we gotta get this money, man, and we gotta start putting limits on how long we plan on working. We like I said on the last episode, we're not working in those 70 years old just to live a couple more years and die. Like fuck that. Get your money now, start investing in stocks, start saving this bread up, so you can get to a point or find something that you're good at that you don't have to clock in for nobody but yourself. All that bread you get to bringing in, that's because you made it happen. So I just wanted to say that, like, I'm gonna keep on pushing it. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on these stocks, on my stock journey. As it continues to grow, I'm gonna get to showing y'all these numbers. And once y'all start seeing it, that's how it usually happens. Somebody got to see you making the bread before, because I'm talking, they're like, nigga, how much you got in there? I probably got like 450 in there right now. Tomorrow I'm buying another stock, but that'd be like 550 or some shit. 550, 650. As it keep going up, y'all gonna see me get to popping my shit. Once I start hitting these thousands and shit, I'm gonna be popping my shit. But until then, y'all do your own little research. Let me know what I don't know, because I'm still learning. And like I said, I'm down to talk to anybody that's good at stocks or anything like that. I want to get back to interviewing people. I'm actually doing my my YouTube live on my phone right now. I got to get it to where I got my laptop and a nice little setup. I'm just sitting downstairs chilling. But yeah, we're gonna make that happen. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Meet You from the Midwest podcast. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Get me to 100 subscribers. I'll do a little giveaway or something when I get 100 subscribers. So y'all make sure y'all keep liking that, keep sharing, and thank y'all for tuning in, man. Catch me next week. Each episode I'm dropping Thursday night. It'll be posted Friday morning. So y'all holler at me. I'm Mechi from the Midwest. Out.